Harvey H. Dooge, machinery repairman first class. And so then they flew back together. And so then in January of '54, then I left the Abenaki and went home, and then that's when I picked up the wife and the little girl, and we drove to San Diego, California. I went to machinery repairman school there. While we was there, we bought a trailer house, and we lived in a trailer house out at El Cajon, which was 20 miles from the base. And then from when I graduated from machinery repairman school, I graduated top of the class. But that didn't make much difference, I guess, anyway. So I was assigned then to Tongue Point Naval Station in Astoria, Oregon. So I pulled the trailer house from San Diego up to Astoria, Oregon. And we were up there for 3 or 4 months. I'm not sure just when we got there. Anyway, it was from school and that. Then I went directly up there. I just had travel time to get there. While I was in Astoria, the machine shop was on barges and they had talked about those barges going over to Korea. But then the Korean War or conflict ended, and so they disbanded that unit. And so then I got reassigned. While I was there, I only worked on the barge, I only worked in the machine shop for a couple weeks. And I was assigned to shore patrol. And so I was third class on them, the same as when I left the Abenaki. I wrote the exam for second class while I was in at Tongue Point. And on shore patrol, I worked 24 hours on and 48 off. And one of the days I was on, you had to stay all night. You had to work during the day, and then you had to stay overnight in the office. The office was in Astoria. And then the other day, the other alternating day when you were on, once the bars and that had closed up, you could go home. So then that was a fairly short day, you know. And we used to go out to the base to Tongue Point, and that's where you would pick up a couple people to patrol the streets, and usually we took them over to a neighboring town called Seaside. And so that's what I did most of the time I was at Astoria, or at Tongue Point. From Tongue Point, I had travel time to take my wife back to Wisconsin. I hauled the trailer house from Astoria, Oregon back to Jefferson, Wisconsin. And I left my wife there. Went back to Treasure Island in California. And from there flew to Hawaii. And from Hawaii to Kwajalein in the Marshall Islands. That's where I was assigned to a machine shop.